Okay, all done. And off we go. Where are we? Let's get back on the 0. And see if we can't make 135 by nightfall. Shouldn't be a problem. Flint, I need flint, so I'll get chickens. Ah! Oi! Dangerous terrain for those not somebody looking at the chat when you must be looking where you're going. Hey, hey, hey. And we'll get off the 0s and go north overland a bit more. Yeah, so as I say, I popped out after I died at 105k. I was actually facing a jack-o'-lantern, which was a bit disorientating at first, but it was in a base that had been set up with some point previous, and I just happened to sleep in it. It was lucky that I was in the neighbourhood during the night. I can't remember if I slept on camera or between episodes, but it was most fortunate. So as I say, it took me an hour to sail 25-30k, and all was well. I just picked up my stuff and actually did a bit more exploring. Sorted all my kit out. I think I left a chest down there, but I think there was just remnants. Oh yeah, there was food and equipment waiting for me at 105k, which was just what was left behind. We're out on the edge of the chunk again. 1600 to go. I wonder if somebody thought it was Anarchy server in terms of there'd be intense political debate about the benefits of anarchy in society. That would be amusing. You get a lot of that if you're into the musical genre known as hardcore. You get various people taking various interpretations of that sort of hardcore dance music, and you get people turning up thinking they're talking about hardcore as in metal, rock type stuff. And obviously they're oftentimes never the twain shall meet. Of course, you get people turning up thinking they're getting hardcore porn, which can lead to embarrassments and possibly lawsuits. So, I mentioned in a previous episode about playing Carmageddon 2 on here. There's quite a few people who played that. I can get it from a site I was told about by my brother called Good Old Games, where you buy, it is what it says, it's sort of games you might have difficulty finding, and you just download them. I don't know if they're abandonware or whatever, or the companies have said yes to them, or a combination of both. But there's Carmageddon 2's on there for $4.99, so I might do that at some point. I'll have a poodle around on that site, see if I can find some really old stuff, and well, basically play something that a billion people haven't played already. Something I always wanted to play, and is a beggar to find, there's certainly no videos of it, well there's 2 videos of it, is an old game called Midwinter 2 Flames of Freedom, which it's a bit complicated to explain. It's basically a kind of RPG espionage type game where you go around all these islands and make contacts and get weapons and but you get information and do spy stuff to liberate these islands, and then you have a big battle at the end against the enemy territory. If midwinter was basically, there was a great freeze and all the landscape changed, and there was all different governments, and in Flames of Freedom it's like the Saharan Empire and all these islands that are out in the Atlantic, and basically you have a finite amount of time to liberate all these islands. And the way it works, if you liberate certain islands, it cuts off other islands from the mainland of the empire, and they get liberated without you having to go to them, so you work that out beforehand. As it is, I played the game that much when I was a kid, I know about it. It's just the problem is the control system. There's all sorts of different vehicles in it. It was getting way ahead of its time, submarines and tanks and things like this, but it has a control system that if you're driving along, it isn't just like turn right or left in a vehicle. You have to stop and then turn. I think you'll only let you there's no diagonals for it. It's either forward or rotate. It's very strange. You'd have to see it to know what I mean, or I'd play it. But I'm not sure if it came out on the PC. I don't. It certainly came out on the Amiga and Atari ST, but I've a bit fought with ST and Amiga emulators in the past, and they've driven me around the bend between the compatibility of the games, the fact that the computer processor speed runs them sped up, and all screen recorder problems. But I'd like to play some old ST and Amiga games. That would be a laugh. Wouldn't be the same without the joystick, but there you are. Well, I'll see what I can do. Old Atari games, because I had the Atari 8-bit. Very few people in the UK did, and then I moved to the ST and then the Amiga. So I have more in common with German and American retro gamers than I do British ones, because they all bought Commodores and Spectrums and Amstrads. But yeah, I'm just exploring all possibilities when I get time. And the sun is drawing in, so I'm going to hot-foot it over to 135k on the quick. I stoppeth neither for man nor beast, but I do stop for a big hole and go around it, so yeah. So you have to bear with me while I belt it through the trees. So a minimum of boating this time round, which I'm most grateful for. The land seems to have got itself in gear and whatnot, so you'll be seeing lag spike. Team. Yeah. Team is one man. He's an army of one. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, I don't know if this is because it's new terrain generating or just being laggy generally, or it's my connection. Yeah, like the man said. 50. Okay. Oop. And here we are at one. Did I go straight past? I did. Right, here we are at 135k. Looking around for beasties. Okay, I'm going to find somewhere to plonk myself. So this has been episode 49 of Survival on the 2b2t server. I've been J5276. Thanks for watching. If you do the old like, subscribe, share thing, I'd be most grateful. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.